Welcome everyone. I'm Layla Spannenberg, Vice President of District Operations for the Council.
And I'm John Webke, Council Commissioner.
We're so happy you could join us for this 2021 Spring Thaw Council Coordinated Meeting. We do something like this twice a year, every year, to give our volunteers an opportunity to hear firsthand all of the great things that are going on in the Crossroads of America Council. And just because we have virtual meetings doesn't mean we're not going to do it again. We've got some very exciting things happening to tell you about today.
You're right, Layla. We've got a ton to talk about today. And during this opening session, you'll hear about updates to our camp properties that so many of you have been looking forward to. Information about our Hooked on Scouting recruiting theme and activities, and what you can expect when your scouts go to summer camp. Our new Promise to Parents initiative is also something you'll hear about.
And John, we can't forget about our premier council activity this year, our Indiana Scouting Explosion event at Camp Atterbury in October.
You're right, Layla, of course. We can't forget that. And you'll hear a message from our current event chair, Judge Serto.
We also have several breakout sessions for you to attend as well. Many of you pre-registered online for the meetings, and you've already received a link directly to the meetings that you were interested in attending. Now, if you didn't pre-register, that's okay. You still have an opportunity to attend the breakout sessions. It's quite simple. You go to the council event page. You go to the calendar. You click on the CAC Spring Thaw on March 27th, and there you will see each of the breakout sessions listed, the start time, and the link to attend.
I think you'll find today is all about getting our scouts and families re-engaged in scouting and getting back out into the field. We've heard from so many of our volunteers and scouters and families that they want to get active again and back outside to have fun with their friends. So the most important thing you'll do here today is to start looking forward, and we couldn't agree more. So please take the information you learn about today and make plans with your scouts and families to put the outing back in scouting. It's time to plan to go camping and be on one of our beautiful properties here in Central Indiana. Get together, do a service project for your community or school, go fishing, use your imagination, and create a great program for your scouts. Thank you. It's time to put the outing back in scouting. It's time to plan to go camping at any one of our beautiful properties here in Central Indiana. Get together and do a service project for your school or community. Go fishing with your friends, and just use your imagination and plan a great program for your scouts, fulfilling our promise we made to parents and families.
And John, you're bringing up the promise. That's good to hear, because that promise to parents, that's one of our breakout sessions today. And that session will inspire you to deliver that promise to our scouts and their families. I can't wait for our volunteers to learn more about this inspiring way that we're going to be able to deliver an exceptional program. Once again, John and I are so happy that you're with us here today. To get us started, we'd like to turn over the morning to David Cobb, our Council Vice President for Program. He's going to talk about how we can make it a reality to get every scout to camp. John and I will be right back just before the breakout sessions to begin reviewing the instructions on how to attend our sessions. So without further ado, enjoy the time you have with us today, because we're so excited you're here.
Hello, my name is David Cobb, and I serve as the Vice President of Program for the Crossroads America Council. And I know we have a larger number of people on the meeting today, and I'll just talk a little bit of what program is. We really focus on training of leaders, the actual camping program, and then advancement. And so it's important that all three of those areas work together so that we have leaders executing a solid program in a consistent way, and then go into camp where we have so much of our learning taking place and our experience that our scouts earn. So that's really where program is focused, and of course we engage across with activities, with all the other areas of the council. We have other aspects of it with special focused areas, and So a lot goes on in program. I wanted to just celebrate, before we transition away from that, a transition in our program area. I want to thank Maggie Donahue for a tremendous 2 years of service as our camping chair in the council. Those of you out in Cretenstein know Maggie really well from her years there, and Maggie's still going to be active in the district and the council, so we'll get a chance to see her. And then I would ask you to welcome Matt Best, who's going to take the camping chair role, and hopefully Matt's going to be able to join us. He's actually up at Kick the Weenin this weekend, so we hope to get him here to get a chance for those of you that may not know Matt. And I want to talk about today really the confidence in camp for 2021. 2020 was a different year. We all know that. It's behind us, but I want to recognize, I think, why we have confidence in camp when you see what we were able to accomplish in 2020. Crossroads of America Council advanced 283 scouts, including 19 young women first time, and Eagle Scouts in 2020. And that's a tremendous accomplishment, pretty strong compared to our other numbers, and to me shows the commitment to complete the pinnacle of their scouting career. So let's celebrate those, and that helps us move into confidence in camp for 2020. We've done a lot of preparation in camp. We are making preparation for camp, and we've got strong numbers. Randsburg numbers are almost what we were targeting. Within 100. Cub Scout day camps are a little light at this point, but we are bringing those numbers up as we go, and I'd ask you to contact folks that those of you affiliated with Cub Scout or Cub day camps to make sure that we continue to fill those slots. And the reason this is important is we've got a key date coming up at April 15th, which is our pre-registration deadline, where money needs to be paid, our early bird registration. So we're really asking folks to do three kind of P things. We need you to pre-register and pay, and then we need you to plan your unit's activities for camp. I know many of you that are going to Randsburg are working on your merit badge schedules and all the other activities that happen. And that's just the final P is prepare for camp, whether it's Cub Day Camp and transportation or whether it's Randsburg and your programs. Just make sure you've got your slots and your programs, and then you've got your camp plan in place. I ask you to do that because that helps us continue to make final preparatory actions around making sure we're safe from a COVID standpoint, that we've got enough space and capacity for distance, and that all of our programs are taking place in accordance with health guidelines that have been reviewed with our council, with health authorities, with county authorities, to make sure we put on a safe and fun camping program in 2021. I want to shift and talk about advancement for a little bit and make sure that we ask you, those of you that are particularly in Cubs, that you record advancements, because that's so important that we have blue and golds and we pass out the recognition of that advancement, because our scouts, when they accomplish something, it's important, not just for scouts, for all of us, to celebrate and recognize those achievements. Advancement helps people know they are moving through the process of scouting on to the next rank. So when we do appropriate advancement in courts of honor, it really helps us celebrate that. And that'll be something really to focus on when we get back from camp towards the end of the summer and we record all of those advancements. And then I'd ask for those of you in the Webelos to scouts to transition that we really focus on onboarding those scouts to make sure they get to the scout rank quickly, and then of course move through the ranks as they would. In my introduction, I mentioned training as part of program, and let me add a little bit more detail about that. I think paramount for our scouting is youth protection training. We know the safety of our youth is the most important thing we have, that when we take somebody away for the weekend, that we bring them back safely. And when we have meetings, that we do everything in a youth protection policy and fully trained adults. Unfortunately, we're very good at that, but that's something that we have to keep track of and keep on top of as our leaders change and as time goes on, because that has to be renewed. I also want to talk about position-specific training, particularly for some of the cub leaders. If you've moved from a wolf to a bear or webelow, if some position has changed, there are different training requirements that you need to complete, and that's all online, and it'll be a nice thing that can try to get done maybe this spring before we hit some of those summer camping activities or day camp activities. And that's really important because we know that if a unit has trained leaders, they have a budget, if they have a plan, if they're active, those are the secret sauce and the ingredients of success for a unit. And a success for a unit means success for the scouts that we are trying to serve. The ideal year of scouting is coming up, and that is a tremendous way that encapsulates a year that if we do the ideal year of scouting, those elements are contained in there, and it's almost a ready reference guide on how to then put your spin and twist and sizzle to the ideal year of scouting to make it a success for your scouts. There's also other advanced opportunities for youth and adults, and there'll be a link that'll be on the screen that talks about NYLT and Wood Badge and the youth leader training. That's almost, Wood Badge for younger people, and Wood Badge is the pinnacle of scout training. So Leland oversees all of this, does a tremendous job. There's a lot of activity and training, tremendous resources. I always found when I was a scoutmaster that if I didn't know the answer, I just needed to know somebody who did. It's all out there. We just need people that are trained and ready to execute and have fun. We're getting the program back together. We're running things again this year much more normally. It's going to be a fun year. We know we're going to have to adapt to different things, but we'll be ready to do that. If you help prepare yourselves, you help us prepare for you and to put on the best program we possibly can.
Hey everybody, it's Rob at Crossroads Outfitters. We wanted to take a brief minute and give you a tour of the store, show you some of the great new things we have going on this spring. As always, we've got some spectacular new apparel items we've just brought in for you. We're very excited to announce Gregory Backpack is going to be our new rental sponsor for the season. We've got some fantastic new models from them for kids, for ladies, and for men. Consequently, we've got a great deal going on some of our formal runner fleet, and we're looking to get rid of them at bargain basement prices. Vask Boots has got new products out for the season, and we're super pleased to introduce the Breeze LT, which is their new light trail model, and the Talus All-Terrain. We've got furniture needs to suit whatever it is you're looking for. We've got great new hammock offerings from both Grand Trunk and from Eagle's Nest Outfitters. And as always, we've got whatever cook equipment, freeze-dried food, or water purification items you could need. This year, we're pleased to offer brand new sleeping bag models from both Climate and Kelty and Peregrine. And we've got new tents coming in all of the time in any size or shape to suit you, your troop, or your family. And as always, we've got all of the scouting merchandise and equipment that you could ever want. Your uniforms, your awards, your advancements, your literature is all here. So come on in and see us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tony Steinhardt, the Crossroads of America Council's Vice President of Properties. I'm excited to bring to you some updates on our physical assets as a council. Thank you for supporting scouting and working with us through COVID-19. This summer is going to be exciting and our facilities are better than they've ever been. The Crossroads of America Council operates 5 primary properties: the Goldenberg Scout Center in Indianapolis, Camp Cretenstein, Camp Kithaweenan, Camp Belzer, and of course Ramsburg Scout Camp. We are excited to return to summer camp in 2021, and I hope your units are signed up for scouting, whether it's day camp or summer camp. And our Vice President of Programs, David Cobb, will give you more information on how to do that a little bit later. Before I talk a little bit about our properties, there are many great opportunities that exist for you to sign up year-round and use our facilities. So please check out our website to sign up throughout the entire year. Back to our properties in this summer. Camp Cretenstein is being prepared for our Cub Scout overnight camp and has just recently passed its pre-camp inspection, and so we are ready to go for our little Cub Scouts. Camp Kithaweenan has a very new and large camping tents that will be used throughout their experience. We've also completed renovations to the pool to make that safe and enjoyable for the year. There's been also many HVAC upgrades throughout our council, and Camp Kithawenen received some of those HVAC upgrades to help with airflow and quality in the dining facility. Our front door to scouting, Camp Belzer in Indianapolis, is on full-on construction mode. I'm proud to announce that the maintenance facility is on schedule and that the Innovation Center, the Skip and Alex Lange Innovation Center, came in under budget and will be ready to go in construction in June of this year. Be looking for more improvements in Belzer from 2022 on as we continue to implement the master plan, including a pool and a parade field upgrades. Camp Ramsburg, our scout reservation, is ready to go. I'll stop. Our scout reservation, Camp Ramsburg, is ready to go for this year with some great new upgrades, including new shower facilities and as well as a new ridge of campsites. This will allow us to serve our scouts better and give each and every one a unique Ramsburg experience. Again, we've also completed several HVAC upgrades to improve airflow and quality in the aquatics building and to add a coffee station, which all scouters love. I also want to mention the Goldenberg Scout Center. If you have not been to the retail store lately, you should check it out as we've rebranded it as Crossroads Outfitters. Crossroads Outfitters can meet all your scouting needs, from awards to advancements to camping gear. I also want to thank the Lilly Endowment for all the HVAC upgrades throughout the council, including the Goldenberg Scout Center, that improves our air quality and airflow for our employees and our guests at all our facilities. Please remember that space is available here at Goldenberg, and we'd be love to have your event here as well. Check that out on the council's website. So let's go back to Camp Belzer. The maintenance facility, as I said, is nearing completion, which will house our new maintenance operations for the camp, along with our band and Voyager and mobile STEM labs. As I mentioned, the Armory, which currently houses our maintenance facility, will become the Skip and Alex Lange Innovation Center. That construction begins this June and will be complete in time for summer day camp next year. We also look forward in September of next year opening that facility up to our surrounding school districts for their programming and needs and being more engaged in our community activities. In the Innovation Center, you're going to be able to find indoor rock climbing, indoor BBs and archery, indoor adventures rope course, STEM classrooms, and even a makerspace for 3D printing, leather, and woodworking. The generosity of the Lange family and many other donors are making this all possible, and I want to thank each and every one of them, and I look forward to opening that building in June of 2022. So in summary, please be proud of our facilities. Thanks to many donors, we're continuing to make improvements. Use our properties here at Crossroads of America Council, some of the best in the country. And I want to thank each and every one of you for all your service and your devotion to the scouting movement.
Hey there, everybody. My name is Matthew Kennedy, and I am honored to be able to serve as your 2021 Fall Recruiting Chairperson here in Crossroads of America Council. Now, you might be wondering why the Fall Recruiting Chairperson would be talking to you in late March during the spring, and that's because this year we're looking at recruiting a little bit differently. It's been a very long past 12 months, and we think it's time to get new families and potential new scouts to spring into scouting a little bit earlier. So this year we're going to embark on our recruiting campaign starting in the spring rather than waiting for our normal fall recruitment. We will have one common theme this year, hooked on scouting. And to that end, our first event is coming up right around the corner. On Sunday, May 2nd, we will be hosting a series of free fishing recruiting events all across Crossroads of America Council. Different locations, multiple per district, about 20 in total, where families and potential new scouts can come absolutely free and enjoy a day of fishing with the council and your local district and scouting units. Any new scout who signs up that day will receive a free fishing pole that they can take home with them as a souvenir of the start of their scouting journey. And any current scout who brings a scout with them to sign up that day will also receive that same free fishing pole as a thank you for helping to bring their friends into scouting. We did a great event earlier this week on Monday to kick off this recruiting season. That rally was recorded. It was a live stream that you can still view if you missed it on the council's Facebook page, on the council's YouTube channels, and other locations. I'll have a link here on the screen that you can visit in order to catch that recording should you have missed it this past Monday. Another thing that you need to think about is joining our brand new council membership Facebook group. It's a place where we're hoping to have all of the membership chairs from units across the council, as well as anybody who is involved with recruiting and membership at the unit level or at the district level, to come and join this group so we can have conversations, discussions, ask questions, provide answers, a community to provide information to make recruiting even easier for you at your units and in your districts. The link is here on the screen. I invite you to join. All you have to do is go there, fill out a couple of questions, and then we'll get you approved and into the group where you can join the conversation. In that group, we will be having a series of videos throughout the spring and summer where we're going to talk about the ideal way to recruit for your unit. Some tips and tricks that many units that were successful recruiting last fall, despite the pandemic, used in order to make their recruiting more effective, and some things that you can put into place to make your recruiting more effective as well. There's going to be a lot that we discuss about recruiting over the next several months, and please be sure that you're subscribed to all of our social media channels here in Crossroads of America so we can get you that information as we have it come out. But until that time, I want to offer a very sincere thank you for everything that you're doing to help support your unit, for everything that you're doing to help support bringing new scouts and providing opportunities for families to join scouting, and ultimately, a thank you for everything that you do for scouting here in Crossroads of America Council.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is John Webke, your Council Commissioner. And you're going to get to hear from me one more time today. And I want to take just a minute and tell you about the promise to parents that I've talked about already. It was kicked off in early March. Just a few weeks ago, you heard myself, Mike Horrocks, and Denise Purdy Andrews talk about the vision for the promise to parents. And we've begun working with district committees, commissioner teams, and roundtables to provide more information to all of you. If you missed that video launch, it lives on our council YouTube page, and you can learn more about it there. But I wanted to take just a moment this morning and talk to you again about the importance of promise to parents. It's really the future of our scouting mission. When a young person and their family join scouting, they have a vision for what they want their experience to be like. They imagine themselves going to summer camp, serving their community, having fun outdoors with their friends and family. Promise to Parents is all about helping our packs and troops make that vision a reality for every one of our scouts. It's about holding our chartered partners to a brand standard so that no matter what pack or troop that new family joins, they get a quality scouting program and keep coming back for more. And what a great message to deliver to a new family when they want to get involved in scouting, because it simply is the message of this is what scouts do. So let me repeat that one more time. Promise to Parents is just what scouts do. When you sign up your child for Little League, karate, piano lessons, or whatever else you might get involved with your child, you have a vision for what that expectation is and for what that experience will be like. Promise to Parents will help us set a brand standard for our scouting here in Central Indiana. And it's just what scouts do. They'll know what the pack or troop they're joining are doing, and the same exciting things that a neighboring pack or troop are also doing. Does that mean every troop or pack will look exactly the same? No, it doesn't. It does mean, though, that the basic brand standard elements will be there. It does mean that the basic brand standard elements will be there, just like you'd expect when you sign your child up for Little League or soccer. When we deliver on the expectations to parents, then we put the outing back in scouting. And when we serve our communities, when our kids get to have fun together with their friends and mentors in a safe environment, we're delivering that promise to our parents. If you'd like to learn more about this, please join our breakout session at 10 a.m. this morning, where we'll get down to the weeds a little bit more about this Promise to Parents program.
Welcome to the new CAC unit update video where we cover the top 5 things happening in the Crossroads of America Council. I'm your host Celia. Let's jump right in. Scouting for Food is right around the corner. This is a really cool event where our scouts collect canned goods to fill pantries across central Indiana. This event has the ability to impact your neighbors and families across the council. So this is a huge opportunity for our scouts to give back to our communities. Our scouts will be collecting food from April 18th until the 24th. To commit your unit to this service event, please follow the link below. With the weather getting warmer, we start to look forward to summer. With summer, we at the Crossroads of America Council start to think about summer camp. Summer camp represents the pinnacle of a Cub Scouts year in scouting. Belzer Day Camp offers tracks for multiple ranks, and new this year are themed weeks. Theme weeks include Wilderness Week, Shooting Sports Week, and so much more. To learn more about our summer camp opportunities and to register, please follow the link below. Our final topic is our Spring Blood Drive happening right here at our beautiful Camp Belzer on Tuesday, April 13th. This is a huge need and a great way to give back to our community. To sign up, please follow the link below. And that's a look at what's happening this March in the Crossroads of America Council. Please join us next month for April's top 5 headlines. Thank you for joining me and keep on scouting.
Hello everyone, my name is Nikki Felix and I'm the marketing chair for our council-wide event this October, the Indiana Scouting Explosion, where you and your scouts will get a chance to explode back into scouting outdoors. I'm here with our event chair, Judge David Serto, to whet your appetite for what we've got in store for you.
Thanks, Nikki. I'm super excited about a weekend where we can get scouts and scouting families back into the field. The Indiana Scouting Explosion will have something for all levels of scouting, from STEM Scouts to Scouts BSA, a special Cub world for our younger scouting families, but also the opportunity to camp as a family or as a unit. We're really excited, though, about re-energizing our scouting families and recruiting new scouts, because this is a real opportunity for us to partner with the Indiana National Guard, not just to show public service and the kinds of skills that we teach in scouting, but for fun, which I think everybody's one quart low on. But our hope is to get together on that weekend in October and really energize the scouting movement and our scouts themselves so we can return to what feels like normal, practicing our scout skills and having a great time.
Wow, Dave, this sounds like our scouts are going to have the time of their lives. And we haven't even mentioned the concert on Saturday night for our camping families and units, the virtual marksmanship range on the Midway, or all of the hands-on activities there. Let's tell them when this event is happening.
Yes, ma'am. That first weekend in October, October 1st through 3rd, that'll be a Friday afternoon through a Sunday at noon. We're really excited, though, because Camp Atterbury, the premier Indiana National Guard training facility, features things like a 40-foot tall rappelling tower and a first aid course that's used by Army medics to practice their rescue skills. We're really excited because it's also the premier training facility for active units, so they'll have opportunities for things like helicopter exercises and explosions, which is where we got the fun name, Indiana Scouting Explosion. We're inviting scouts from across Indiana and some of our regional partners, because some of our councils overlap. We're really excited to have support from around the state and to get people active again. But we're thrilled to be that October 1st through 3rd, and with registration going live on June 1st, please watch your council and your email for updates on how to participate, especially as a unit. But if you're a single scout, we want to make sure you're involved too, and we'd be happy to connect you and friends and family too.
Thanks, Dave. If you could mention the cost of the event, that would be helpful.
Yes, ma'am. We're inviting scouts to participate at $25 for the whole weekend, including lunch on Saturday, and $12 per unit volunteer. We're excited, though, that if Cub Scout families want to come, no matter how big or active the family, for $50 they can camp all weekend, including the cost of lunch on Saturday, which we'll distribute to scouts on their way to other program areas. But we're really excited to get families active and back out into the field. So whether you're camping as a unit, where we'll have separate areas set up for you in cantonment, or if you're alone and you need to be paired with other people about your age, the same interests, we're excited to make this event accessible to anybody who wants to attend. So please contact the council if you're at all concerned about your ability to participate, or if you just want more information, more will be released shortly as we develop a fun weekend. We're excited to have you with us, and don't let anything keep you from being with us on October 1st through 3rd this fall.
Hello everyone, I am Joe Wiltrout. I am pleased to serve as your Scout Executive for the Crossroads of America Council. Let me begin by saying thank you to all of the great volunteers you've heard from already this morning. Your leadership and partnership with the Crossroads of America Council is appreciated and invaluable. Let's take a quick high-level look back at 2020. In a year full of unexpected events, we have continued to serve the youth of Central Indiana in a few ways by creating summer camp alternatives for scouts due to camp being postponed. We gave out the National Scout Heroism Award to a scout here in our council, Will Hamstra from Troop 56. We began to welcome our first class of female Eagle Scouts, 19, here in our council. We broke ground on new projects at Camp Belzer that will continue to take shape in the coming year. And we held multiple virtual events, including an all-virtual 25th Annual Governor's Luncheon for Scouting, where we raised $1.1 million to support scouting here locally. Now, what are we looking forward to in 2021? Well, Camp 2021 is in full gear. We're taking on registrations and looking forward to each and every one of your units to register for camp. We continue our promise to parents and make sure that scouting is available to all kids and all families regardless of their financial well-being. We continue to strengthen units and service through videos, updates, check-ins, and more. And we are excited to introduce the Indiana Scouting Explosion, October 1st through 3rd at Camp Atterbury, where we will be partnering with all of the other Indiana councils to create a Jamboree-esque scouting-filled weekend. We also continue to tell our story to all of the public about all of the great things that this council is doing to support youth and families right here in Central Indiana. Being a community partner to all of Indiana through blood drives with the American Red Cross, Scouting for Food with our presenting sponsor Kroger, and our Adopt a School project supporting all of our local community schools. We continue to develop the Crossroads Outfitters, the Dog Pack, and the Skip and Alex Lange Innovation Center, where Camp Belzer is the front door to scouting. We also are continuing to be the program of family choice and experience life's adventure in the great outdoors. Lastly, none of this can happen or have purpose if we don't bring new families to scouting. The Crossroads of America Council and our thousands of volunteers are here to serve kids and families. It's the most important thing that we do. So thank you for doing your part by volunteering in a pack, a troop, a crew, a post, serving on a district committee or commissioner staff, and volunteering your time to get kids in our great outdoors. You are truly the secret sauce, and you make a difference. Now let me turn it back to Layla Spanenberg for some quick introductions on how you can get to your breakout session. Enjoy the rest of this fabulous morning and program. Layla?
Hello again, everyone. Thank you for spending your morning with us today. We've got some very informational breakout sessions for you at both 10 and 11 a.m. As I mentioned earlier, if you pre-registered, you've received an email with those links and the sessions that you've chosen. There will be a short breakout session before the 10 o'clock session and another short break before the 11 o'clock session begins.
If you didn't pre-register, please visit our CAC website or click on the link that you'll see here below. That'll take you to the Spring Thaw event taking place today, and there you'll find the links for each of our breakout sessions that you can attend.
And after the 11 a.m. session, we won't have a traditional closing session. You can simply return to the rest of your day. Thank you one last time for spending your Saturday morning with us. And from both John and myself, we wish you good scouting. Now let's get out there and deliver the promise to our parents and families.